Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land. I see that I currently have 0 viewers, which probably means that some people have trouble logging in, but hopefully if I'm here speaking into the void, then you'll be able to find me. I'm here. Come to me. So I've got my side screen here where I have this logged in, and it should be showing me right now, but it's not. This technology is not quite as simple as I hoped it would be. Oh, I have a viewer. Hello, viewer. So I have set up a couple of side devices here. So I have my smartphone. So you can communicate in a couple ways. You can ask a question. You should have a link to the Q&A app. Seem to have no viewers again, but a link to the Q&A app, which would be over on the side of your screen somewhere, which allows you to ask a question, which I'll be able to see. You can also send me a text message. I'll put my phone number up here. The text to so that is another way that you can communicate with me to let me know that you can see me, because I don't know what you can see out there in internet land. So I definitely have this. I should be seeing myself over here on my second screen, and I am not. So that's where we are. Having some slight technical difficulties, but we're working on it, because that's one of the most important things, is not to give up. Whatever the challenges you face, do not give up. Do not get discouraged. Just keep at it. So I definitely have one viewer, it says. But where is this one viewer? Yeah, might be me. Might be watching myself. So I definitely have one viewer, it says. Okay, I think the viewer's me. I think I'm talking to myself. That's cool. Don't know where everyone else is. Maybe they're having technical problems. I'm going to post to Facebook to let people know. If you are trying to watch the webinar, message me or text 413-218-7946. There we go. Okay, I posted that. That is now posted. That's good. Yeah, feeling good about that. It's a good post. So yes, I have one viewer. Pretty sure it's the screen over here. Need to find everyone else. Where did everybody go? Okay, so the worst thing ever on YouTube is watching someone in a video when they're just doing something on the computer and there's like that's what you're doing right now. But it's okay, because due to technical difficulties, I don't think anyone's watching. Send a message to the person who should be watching me. Oh, I have 2 viewers now. I'm only logged on one machine. I think someone can see me now. I think. I told you should my first webinar be help me figure out how this confounded machine works, and you know, I should have some chat boxes open and start coordinating that before anything else happened. Alas, I didn't think of that. So here we are. The other interesting thing about this software is I tested it, there's a 13-second delay. So in case I swear, Google is able to catch that. Not that they would, but I'm thinking about swearing. Could happen. There's potential. But I see there's 2 viewers. It says we have another viewer. So if that viewer, then I'll know that we have something happening. Yes, we have a viewer. It's amazing. Okay. All right. Hello, viewer. Now we have 0 viewers. That's okay. I'm gonna start talking, and when this goes out on YouTube, I'll take this thing off here. So I want everyone just texting me things. That seems dangerous. Leave that on YouTube. All right, and I'm back. Okay, somewhere over here I have my notes about what I'm going to be talking about, and there they are. All right, so I'm going to start talking. Hopefully someone can hear me and I'm not just talking to myself. If I am, I am. It happens. You know, it's the way life goes sometimes. Okay, so welcome to, this is a webinar for network marketing sales skills. So the concept of this webinar is to give you some pointers on how to use basic sales skills from the schools of Zig Ziglar and Brian Tracy and such people to improve your network marketing business and take it to the next level. I've got me in a 13-second delay right next to me, and it's kind of freaking me out. So one thing I want to point out is, as you can tell, I do have like a big thing of toys behind me. Those aren't mine. I mean, I guess technically I own them. They're my daughter's. Because you do what you can where you can. I don't have a fancy sound studio, believe it or not. It's just me. Someday, this will be fancy. I'll have a whole production team, and we'll do all that. But in the meantime, it's just me. Going to give you some advice. So things we're going to be talking about today are WIIFM, which is getting into the head of the person you're looking to convince to do something. We're going to talk about prospecting through traditional marketing, like chambers of commerce, BNIs, etc. We're going to talk about giving value beyond the product, making yourself part of the value proposition, as well as the unique awkwardness that network marketing allows that no other industry does, of having multiple friends selling the same thing, and then talking a little bit about building your brand online. So we'll start with WIIFM. I'm a big fan of this concept. I generally use it to kick off any of my any talks I do, any webinars. Well, this is the first webinar, but I'm doing it. It stands for What's in it for me. Let me see if I can put that on the screen here. What's in it for me? Okay, yes, I really need like a producer or something to do this for me, so I'm not just like sitting there working on a computer. Anyway, so WIIFM, what's in it for me? The joke is that's everyone's favorite radio station is WIIFM, because people are infinitely interested in their own needs and what they need and what they want, and largely not interested in your needs. Now, there's some exceptions to this. Your mother probably really cares about you and what you being happy. You being happy is probably motivation enough for your mother to do something, or your father, brother, significant other, people like that. Beyond that, they don't care so much. Like, given the choice between you being happy and unhappy, if they didn't have to put any work into it, yeah, they'd probably choose happy. But other than that, they're not really involved in your success. Now, with network marketing, you really notice this because you'll get off to a quick start. You'll go out, you'll talk to your mom, your friends, the people for whom your happiness really does affect their happiness. And they'll say, yeah, sure, I'll give this a shot. I'll try it out, to help you. You then hit a wall because suddenly you hit the people who don't care about you they care about them, and you're doing it easy because people were helping you out, and suddenly you're getting people who are, want to know something about it. You thought you were doing great, and suddenly you're not. So one place I see this concept not applied well often is online. A lot of the network marketing companies encourage you to use your social media connections, which makes a lot of sense. Use Facebook, use Twitter, use YouTube, whatnot. And what they'll often do is give you something pre-written and say, share this. And many of the worst of them that I see say something along the lines of, I'm trying to get 10 people onto my team, help me out. Or I want to do 5 parties this month. So I want you to host a party because I want to do 5 parties. Or I'm trying to really get going with this, so come to my online party. I don't know what an online party is. When I did network marketing, there were no online parties. And some of the appeal was that it was actually like with Party Light and whatnot, that you actually got together at someone's house and had some live social interaction. So I'm not sure an online party would be. But regardless, none of those things actually say anything to the prospect as to why they might want to be interested in what you're doing. They don't actually give a benefit. Oh, I see we have another viewer. Hello, other viewer. We're doing WIIFM. It says so right here. So it doesn't tell the prospect why you are, why they would be engaged and why this would be something that would interest them. So doing it the other way, and I do see that a lot of the health-based ones tend to be pretty good. Isogenics, Beachbody, whatnot, is more talk to them about something that they want. So for example, I'll see some people who are selling Beachbody will post before and after photos and say, if you would like to learn about getting results like this, contact me and we can discuss how to improve your health. Because that's what they want. They are not interested in improving your business and your career. They are interested in improving their health, or they're interested in making their house prettier with candles or having sharper knives or whatever. But your team, not important to them. So whenever you're doing anything, and this applies beyond network marketing, whenever you're doing anything, remember that other people are interested in themselves. This is not a judgment on them. It's not saying people are selfish or anything like that. It's simply saying when you're putting something out there, you're doing it for some motivation. And if you want to get someone to do something, then you want to give them a motivation and consider their motivations to make sure that you are in league with them. For example, I am doing a free webinar. And some people may think, wow, he's doing a free webinar. What a nice guy. Well, obviously, I hope that all of my viewers benefit greatly from this and we improve the economy and millions of dollars of transactions occur because of the knowledge you're going to receive here tonight. But I'm doing this for my reasons. I enjoy teaching. I enjoy talking. I like more interaction than this. This format is not great for the interaction. That's okay. There's a Q&A app. People should use that if you can find where that is. If you have any questions, they will pop up right here on my screen. You won't be able to see them, but I'll be able to see them, and then I'll answer them. But I like to talk. I like to teach, and my ultimate goal is to get my brand out and to be teaching more people, to have more people coming to the webinars. Thinking about doing them every Tuesday as a weekly thing with a different theme, different focus each week. But that's what's in it for me. Now, you probably don't care about building my brand so much, except for the fact that you'll be able to say, I was there at the first one, which now links your interest to my interest, because the bigger I get, the more awesome it is for you to be able to say, I saw the first one back in April of 2016. I was there. I was an early adopter. So just remember, you were here first. And that's what's in it for you. Okay, let me make this take that away there. All right. Next, we're going to talk about prospecting through traditional marketing. So normally, if this were a face-to-face conversation, I would ask you how you have been prospecting so far and what you've been doing so far to get the word out. Of course, that doesn't work because we're not there. However, you are possibly logged into Hangouts. I'm going to try another communications protocol. I am also logged into Hangouts, and you can send me a message through Hangouts. I'm going to put my email address right up here on the screen. See if we can get a bit of interaction. Let's see, Hangouts, message. Kind of hangs off the edge of the screen, but you get what I'm saying. So you can send me messages to michael.g.whitehouse@gmail.com. So when I ask questions, you can possibly answer them. We'll see if that pops up over here. Anyone wants to send a message there, that'd be great, because I would test this and then I'd know. But in the meantime, I'm going to go on and continue dispensing knowledge to my thousands of viewers. Prospecting through traditional networking. So there is a saying that it's not what you know, it's who you know, which is often used as an excuse for why you're not successful. Well, if I knew more people, if I knew the right people, then I would be able to, then I'd be able to get my name out, and I'd be able to build my business. I'd be able to get investment. I'd be able to get this, that, and the other thing. Well, the thing is, the people you want to meet, they are probably not living on a secluded island. They are probably not, unless they are a very short list of people, living in space. Very few people live in space right now. And they'll be back in a few months. The people you're looking to meet, especially business people, politicians, well-connected people, local politicians especially, they live in a house, they work in a place like an office, they eat breakfast, and they go to places where they can communicate with other business people, politicians, people of influence. They need to connect. They are trying to get out there. A little under 2 years ago, I moved out here to Eastern Connecticut, and I knew 3 people, 2 of whom worked for the apartment community that I worked for, and 1 of whom I knew from Western Massachusetts, but didn't know yet that she lived down here. So I knew 3 people. Yesterday, I was having coffee with the former mayor of New London, and the week before that, I was in the office of the current mayor of New London. I frequently talk to the mayor of Groton as well. This is not to name drop and brag, like, look who I know. But it's more to say that you can get out and you can meet these people. There are places where people meet. Chambers of commerce are a good start. Wherever you are, there is probably a local chamber of commerce. Eastern Connecticut has a fantastic chamber of commerce. It is the Eastern Connecticut Chamber of Commerce. It covers over 1,600 businesses, so it's a really big umbrella. Back when I was in the Amherst area, there's the Amherst Area Chamber of Commerce, which again covered most of Western Massachusetts. Very large organization, had a lot of key people in it. There's smaller chambers of commerce. So down here, for example, there's the Ocean Community Chamber of Commerce, which is a smaller area. Mystic Chamber of Commerce, Old Saybrook Chamber of Commerce. The bigger ones are good because they tend to have more influential people, bigger names tend to be involved. Smaller ones are good because they're a little more intimate. So you actually get to know people a bit better. There's not as many people attending. You get to see the same people again and again and build that relationship. So when you go to a chamber event, the important thing is you are looking to meet people. You are not looking to sell people. That is a mistake that people often make when they go to chamber events. You are not there to sell. You will sell nothing at the chamber event. At business after hours, business before hours, whatever it is. You can tell people that you work for whatever company it is, but you are not there to sell the product. You are there to make connections. And So you're looking to meet someone, and what happens is your network grows. You meet someone, you get to know them. You're going to meet them at a networking event. Your next step is to arrange a one-on-one outside the networking event. So coffee, lunch, breakfast, dinner, midnight snack, whatever it is, to sit down with them. Now, the way that you avoid being a pushy salesperson is that your job initially is to learn about what they do and what you can give to them. Concept called giver's gain that I'll get to in a moment. So you want to learn what they do, ask them about their business, ask them about what kind of referral they are looking for. Now, keep in mind, you are doing this a lot. You're talking to a lot of people. Chances are you'll be able to say, hey, just last week I was meeting with someone who could really use what you do. I'm going to introduce them. I'll put you two guys together. Then, once you've asked what they do, they will naturally want to know more about what you do. Now, it's possible that they already know what you do if you work for a company that has a lot of partners in the area. If it's Isogenics, for example, I say that because I got a lot of Isogenics people around me right now. So they may have already gotten a presentation and explanation about it, and so they might not need a whole lot of information about what it is, but perhaps you have something to add to it more than just the basics of it. Again, you want to stick to what it's done for you, some of the benefits of it. You are not trying to sell them. If they're interested, they'll ask. If you push, they will back away because nobody wants to be sold. Everybody wants to buy, nobody wants to be sold. Another thing to ask people is, who do you know that you think I should meet? Because, partly, who do you know that could use what I'm selling, but also who do you know that I should meet who can maybe introduce me to someone else? This is the thing with networking. Again, you are not trying to sell to the person in front of you. You're trying to develop a relationship with them. So, for example, if you're doing Beachbody or something like that, if you're doing some kind of health-related product, of which there's actually quite a few, Shackley, Beachbody, Isogenics, a few others that I can't think of right now. You want to talk to people involved in health, personal trainers, chiropractors, acupuncturists, homeopaths. Homeopath, oh, it sounds like sociopath. I don't like that term. Homeopathic doctors? Homeopath? I don't know. Naturopaths, any of those kinds of people. You want to meet with them. You want to sit down with them, and that's someone who you might want to explain what your product is. Again, you're not trying to sell them. You're trying to tell them what it is, and maybe they will say, hey, that sounds great. I would like to learn more about it. I'd like to try it, and maybe I'd like to share it with my clients, share it with my patients. Another group you should look at is BNI. Now, BNI, if you're not familiar with it, is Business Network International. BNIs meet once a week, usually in the morning, because the 7 to 8:30 time slot tends not to have too much competition, as opposed to lunchtime or afternoon when there's all kinds of other things going on. And there's one person from each category. So, for example, I'm in printing, so nobody else who sells printing can be in my BNI group. There might be one personal trainer, one architect, one financial advisor, one insurance salesman, one property and casualty insurance, one of each. You're not in competition with anyone in the group, and everyone serves as a sales team for everyone else. So you're always on the lookout for referrals you can send to other members. Now, that's very important with a lot of these network marketing companies, because the reason it's structured the way it is that it's not a product that would sell by itself on a shelf. It's a little bit more expensive, but it's a higher quality. And so you need time to be able to explain, this is why it's better. This is why you want to spend a little more money and really have a relationship with this company. BNI gives you a great opportunity to, week after week, tell people more and more about the company. Now, you're not allowed to recruit actively through BNI. So you can't be saying, hey, so all you guys should join me on my team. Can't do that. But you can talk about why the product is great. You can talk about what it's done for you. You can talk about the process they make it with. You can talk about the natural ingredients. You can talk about pretty much anything that isn't, look how much money people make selling this stuff. And so as they learn more and more, first off, they're going to become curious and say, yeah, I'll give this a try because it's not a lifetime commitment to try something out. And then, that's the step. From there, they become a customer. Customers can become partners, especially because you're dealing with business people with networks. So these are the kind of people you really, really want to meet. Next topic, giving value beyond the product. So one thing about a network marketing product is that you are selling the exact same thing, literally the exact same thing as thousands or tens of thousands of other people across the country and around the world. You probably know how many people are selling it because that's probably part of your pitch about how big and successful your company is. They do umpteen bazillion dollars in sales every year. We're so successful, we have thousands and thousands and thousands of representatives. Well, they're all selling the exact same thing you are, and unless they are in your downline or downstream or whatever it's called in your organization, you don't get anything out of it, which means that you're in competition with all of them to some degree. So you need to offer something else. Now, it is entirely possible that the person you're meeting is discovering your product for the first time. That's great. Then you can just sell the product. You can say this product is great, natural, whatever, does amazing things. Here's why it's great. You should do it. But once you start moving into the networking realm, you're going to start encountering people who know multiple people in your business. That creates a uniquely awkward situation. So as I mentioned, I know a number of people who sell isogenics. They are not in the same hierarchy. So I'll let you in on something. I have an isogenics person at my BNI, and I've been hearing about it, and I'm starting to think maybe it's something I should do, because there is a bit more Michael Whitehouse than I would like there to be, if you know what I mean. So, I'd like to get healthier. I'd like to lose some weight. What's holding me back is that I'd have to commit to one of them to buy. That's kind of awkward. If 3 of my friends have daughters selling Girl Scout cookies, I'll buy a box from her, and a box from her, and a box from her. Spread it around. But if I've got 3 friends selling isogenics, I'm pretty sure, if they're like most of the companies, I can only buy from one, because then I'm linked to them. And especially if I then decide to pursue it as a distributor, then I'm definitely linked to one of them. That creates a very awkward situation. So a few things. One, you want to offer something beyond just the product. Because if I have 3 friends who offer the same product, but one is not only selling the product, but also has all kinds of other things that they're teaching me how to, they're teaching me how to work out. They have other knowledge. They can provide other services in some way. That would be the person I'd go with. The other thing is, you need to understand your friends can only go with one. Now, if you're really passionate about your product, and you should be excited that people are using it. Yes, you want to get their business, but you really want to drive that product. And so if they end up using it from someone else, that's okay. Would you rather use it with you? Yeah, that would be better. But if they don't, not the end of the world. You want to tell your friend, listen, I'd rather you're my customer, but if you're not, the most important thing is that you're using this product, you're getting healthy, you're taking care of yourself. That's what I really care about. That eliminates that kind of awkwardness. That also makes it more likely that they would choose you. Because I gotta tell you, if I know 2 people, and I know one of them is going to get bitter and nasty if I don't go with them, and the other one is going to, it could go either way, go with one and go either way, because I don't like to reward that kind of nasty behavior. That's just me. Some people get bullied into it and go with it, but you really should look at it as I'm glad that you're using this product, because this product is so good. Now, if you're not that excited about the product, and you're not gratified by the fact that people are using it, whether you get paid for it or not, you may have the wrong product. I've definitely known people who are signed up with network marketing companies because someone recruited them on how much money they were going to make. You're going to make so much money. Look at my boat. Look at my car. Look at my house. If that is why you are with a network marketing company, you are with the wrong network marketing company. because you're not going to get rich off being rich. It goes back to WIIFM. If all you have to sell is you getting rich, I don't get much out of you getting rich. I mean, I might get to ride on your boat. I don't know. But if I'm going to buy something, it's because it's going to be good for me. So you need to be able to say with absolute conviction that what you're selling is the best and is something they should be investing their money in. There was one network marketing company I worked with that everything looked good. I was going to make this money. I was going to do this, that, and the other thing. I was not sold on the product. And in fact, I tried to get the product, and there were some issues with billing or ordering or something, and I was done. I'm out of here because I'm iffy about the product. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. I'm not quite sure. And then there were stumbling blocks. Forget it, because my reputation goes in a line when I'm selling this thing. So if you're going to be selling something, you should believe in it 100%. And if you're not 100% behind this product, if you're not super excited about it, find something else. There are dozens, possibly hundreds of network marketing companies. If you are ecstatic, mind-blowingly excited about candles, there's a company that sells candles. If you love cooking, there's companies that sell food. If you love to get healthy, there's many companies that help people to get healthy. So find what it is. If you love knives, well, maybe Cutco is not that excited about knives, but Cutco is the company that makes really, really good knives and sells them to network marketing. So make sure you're excited about the company, excited about the product, and that will allow you to project that excitement. And then when you go to BNI and you go to Chambers of Commerce, you can talk about how good the product is. But just remember, there's a saying that there's no zealot like a convert. You just learned about this product and you are super excited, which means that when you talk to people, their natural reaction is going to be to go, whoa, 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 calm it down. Because they're like, why are you that excited? I've never been that excited about anything. Why are you so excited? It doesn't feel right. So you need to make sure to kind of ease them into it, not just come at them like a tidal wave, because that's going to turn people off. You need to kind of ease in. So I have one more topic here. It's building your brand online, which I'm doing an example of right now. Technical difficulties aside, building your brand online is another way to differentiate yourself from everyone else selling your product. So there are many, many ways to be online: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, and all the other stuff that kids are using that I'm told to know about, like WhatsApp and Snapchat and other stuff. There's Google Plus too. I've heard someone uses it. Actually, we're using it right now. Hangouts is part of Google Plus. So there's all kinds of ways to get yourself online. The key thing is consistency. Be there a lot. Be persistent over and over again. You can't just post to Facebook once a week and say, I don't know why I'm not getting any responses. Social media is about interaction. It is about developing content and connections with the public, and thus hopefully generating sales and connections in that way. So you can do it in this way. You can do webinars. You can do recorded videos, shorter pieces. You can use Twitter. Twitter is great because you can search. You can search about weight loss and find someone who made a tweet about I need to lose some weight, and then hey, you want to talk to you about Beachbody and how that can help you. You can search for something in that field. Basically, search for anything relevant and jump into conversations. Twitter is like a giant cocktail party, and you can just search through looking for different words and find a comment or a post which is relevant to what you do, and then say, hey, so I see you're interested in that thing I do. Let me tell you how I can help you. Get a conversation going. There you go. But it's very important to establish yourself, because that way you develop that relationship. Now, the thing to remember about social media relationships and branding, it is not fast. The internet seems like it's quick. Boom, boom, boom. It is slow. It is very, very slow. It can take months and months, even doing everything right. You're not going to instantly get 10,000 followers. You get one follower at a time. But use social media to connect. One very useful technique that I've seen someone do, and is I say technique. He does it because he sincerely means it, but it's very, very effective. Excuse me. He sincerely means it. I know someone, he's a very successful event runner, and he sincerely cares about people. Actually, I'll say who he is. I'm saying good things. It's Jeff Mack. He runs Wicked Fair, runs Steampunk World's Fair, and he is a person who, if he sees someone online, someone who's attended his event, someone who's somewhere in his community, in his general sphere, and they're having any kind of difficulty, he will at least make a post saying, I'm sorry that you're having, your car broke down, you're having trouble getting to work. He will usually then say, is there anything I can do to help? And he'll find little ways to help. If they got a GoFundMe, he'll share that GoFundMe with his 5,000 followers. If they, need an introduction to someone, he'll try to introduce them. There's all kinds of things you can do from behind your computer that could be very, very useful to someone else. Maybe they need legal advice, and you may not be a lawyer, but you may know someone who's been through a similar situation. You may know someone who has resources. You may have links to other websites. Don't assume just because you know it, everyone else knows it too. So there's a lot you can help out, and that's a lot of social media, is simply being there and listening for that opportunity when someone has a need, so that you can fulfill that need for them. And that develops a relationship and a friendship and appreciation. And then when you get back to that WIIFM, what's in it for them? They're thinking, this person helped me out when I needed it. So if I ever need something, if they ever need something, I'm certainly going to help them out as well. So hopefully you have found this valuable. Hopefully someone has seen this. It is going to go live onto, not live, it's going to go recorded onto YouTube, so people will be able to watch it and see what I look like sitting in front of a whole bunch of children's toys and holding forth on network marketing sales skills. And hopefully work some of the bugs out of this for next week. Next week, it's going to be sales skills for artists and entrepreneurs. A lot of similar concepts. I'm hoping to have some questions in from people before we go live, so I have a little more to talk about other than the things I thought of. And I'm going to experiment a little bit more with the software and see, see if I can figure out how to make it work a little more smoothly so that people can find it next time. So thank you very much. My video blog, I always end with I'm Michael Whitehouse, and that'll do. So might as well do that. I'm Michael Whitehouse. That'll do.